Hello, hello, hello. Oh my God, I'm so excited right now. I'm so excited that I'm hitting the trash can at the end of our driveway. Oh my God. Well, Alex like put it right so close next to my car. Oh hell, I'll fix it when I come home. So anyway, we just booked our spring trip. I'm so excited. We booked it with Jason and Melissa. The rates for everything were so cheap today, and I just happened to be online looking, and I called Jason and Melissa, and I said, hey, listen, I said, you gotta get online now, okay? We gotta book this, because it's cheap. It's like $1,000 cheaper today than it was yesterday. I don't know why. So, we booked everything, and I'm so excited. We are going to Miami, and then we're going to Mexico, and we are gonna have the greatest time. Jason and Melissa are not going with us to Mexico, but that's kind of our romantic trip for the year. And we got super good rates on everything. Everything was on sale. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, we totally lucked out. Like, we saved so much money booking it today. I mean, Jason and I were like, well, we were on speakerphone and Melissa was in the background. She's like, I don't care, I don't care. And so Jason and Alex and I were talking, and Jason was like, I can't believe like the rates that we're getting. So we're super excited. I cannot wait. It is going to be so much fun. Now I have something to look forward to and to get motivated to, and to really be at the gym every day. Not today, because my thighs are still hurting really bad, and I texted my trainer that today. I was like, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to make it into the gym today. I said my thighs are really, really hurting from the workout that I did. And he was like, okay. He's like, well, you still gotta make it in here 3 total times this week. So I was like, okay, I'll do Thursday night, and then either Friday or Sunday is probably when I'll do it. And tonight, I am on my way to go meet Valerie at the casino. Because I haven't seen her since last week, so. Or last week that I saw her? I can't even remember. So anyway, yeah, it's been like a week. So I'm gonna run up there and see her for a little bit. She always does very well. I don't do very well, but I also don't take a lot of money when I go. I have this one hair on my beard that's like here that's driving me absolutely crazy. And I was like trying to trim it before I left, and I couldn't like really see exactly where it was. So, but anyway, I am leaving a little earlier tonight to get up there, and I have to take Boo Radley to the kennel tomorrow morning to be groomed. He has to be there between 8 and 9. So I don't want to stay out super late, and I told Alex, I said, can you please wake me up in the morning? And I said, what time do you have to be at work tomorrow? He's like, my first meeting starts at 8. And I said, okay. I said, can you make sure that I am up when you leave so that I can take Boo Radley to the kennel in the morning to get groomed? He's like, yeah, no problem. And I have about 1,000 things I have to do tomorrow. Today, I have to tell you, I didn't really do anything today. My plan was to get up, and I was gonna make all these videos. Is it like not focused? What's the deal there? I don't understand sometimes why the camera goes in and out. There it is. But I was gonna do all this kind of stuff today, and I ended up working on the basement forever, working on the closet upstairs forever, and then I talked to my sponsor on the phone for like an hour, and we set a date for me to do this, like I'm doing like a huge inventory over like just everything in my life. We're gonna do like a huge inventory for like the last 22, 23 years of my life. The last really, really big inventory I did was at about, it was in my first year sober. So we're doing like this huge inventory, and we set a date for it. So I started working on that today, and she and I had a fantastic conversation today, just a fantastic conversation. And I asked her to come and give me my, give me my sobriety coin, and she said she would. And so we're gonna go out to dinner, like she and Tanya and I and another friend of ours, we're gonna go out to dinner next Tuesday after the meeting, and I'm really excited about that. And it was just fun. We had a really good conversation, and she was catching me up on her life, and I was catching her up on mine. fine, and we just had a really good conversation about stuff. So anyway, that was that, but I got off the phone with her, and it was like almost 4 o'clock, and do you ever just like find yourself like, you know, putzing around the house, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, how did it get to be this time? Oh, well, I cleaned out a drawer, so it was worth it. You know what I mean? It was kind of one of those days, and I had planned to like go and get coffee and then come back and make videos. Well, I went and got my coffee, about 3 o'clock, something like that, and that's when I called her, and then she and I talked for like an hour on the phone, and so by the time I got home, it was like 5 o'clock. And one of the things that we talked about on there was like making videos and finding balance and things like that. And she said, at the end, she goes, what are you gonna do today? Like, are you gonna go home and make videos? Because I was gonna go home and make videos on all my channels, but then it was getting really dark outside, and it just would, the shadows would have been horrible and stuff like that. And I said, you know, I think I'm gonna just take the day off today. Like, I think I'm just going to go home, and I'm going to like clean up a little bit around the house. And she goes, I think that would be really good for you. And I said, okay. So that's what I did. And I actually had a really enjoyable time, even though I had videos that I wanted to make today. I had videos for all of my channels that I wanted to make. So, hopefully tomorrow I can get that done. This one hair is driving me nuts. It's like when you get like an eyelash stuck in your eye, you know? It's kind of very similar to that. So yeah, I'm excited. Good things are coming. But we were talking about it, and I said, like at the end, because we have, you know, I've been talking on here about Christmas presents and stuff, and he was like, well, maybe we should just start paying the trip off together instead of us getting each other like really nice, expensive Christmas presents. And he kind of looked at me and he goes, like, you don't have to buy me a Gucci belt, you know? Like, let's just not even worry about it. And then, you know, I won't get you what I was going to get you. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah. And I said, okay. I said, because I'd rather get the trip paid off between you and I. And so we like to, like, usually we either pay, like, with our debit card. Today we put it on, we have a credit card that we use, like, just for car stuff and travel, but we hardly ever put anything on there. And so we put it on there, and we were like, okay, we want this paid off before we, hopefully before we leave for our trip. It just feels better. Like, I remember back in the day, booking trips, and then, I mean, 2 years down the road, I was still paying on it. You know what I mean? It just feels better to be paying, to have that stuff paid off before you even leave to go on the trip. You know what I mean? Not to mention, I have 2 weeks, 3 weeks left of December, 2.5 weeks left of December, all of January, all of February, and 3.5 weeks of March. So I basically have, like 4 whole months to get into shape. Watch out. Be the beach beast. I'm gonna be the beach beast. Oh God. We need to go on vacation. We need to go on vacation right now, but okay. I can't figure out my windows. They're all of them kind of foggy right now and gross. I don't know if they're dirty, or I think they're dirty. Can you see that back there? Yeah, I think that's dirt. So that was kind of my day today, and but it was a good day. I got a lot of stuff done. Oh, this hair is driving me crazy. I don't know what it is about the winter that just makes me like not really like wanting to do a whole lot, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard. It's like I went, oh, I know what I did. I went and saw Tanya today at the kennel, and I hung out with her for a little while, and she was like, what are you doing? And actually, I went and got my coffee, then I visited Tanya, then I went and then I called my sponsor on the phone. And so, because I was telling her that I was getting ready to call her, and she said, I said, I don't know, I said, I'm kind of tired, but like not tired, like I'm not tired, I don't know. She goes, I know what you mean. She's like, it is hard for me to get motivated to do anything in this weather. it's just gloomy and, yeah, you know. Why complain? This little gas station over here, I used to stop every time that I would go into my office and I would get a fountain Coke, and they have the best fountain pops in the entire world. It's called Rich. I think it's like a marathon station, but anyway. They had these huge, like they either had like really small fountain pops or they had these huge ones, and I think they were like the same price for either one, and I used to always go in there. It's like this little gas station. It's like old school. Like when you walked in, like it was like this little small, you know, area. I remember when I was dating my ex, like one of the very first times I went to go visit him, and he was from Seymour, Indiana, and we were driving around town, and he pulled into this gas station. He just kind of sat there, and I go, "Do you want me to pump your gas for you?" He was like, "No," and the guy came out. This is literally, I'm like in 2000 and like, what is it? This is like in 2001, okay? And I said, what's going on? So the guy came over and he rolled down his window. He was like, "Yeah, can you fill my tank?" And he goes, "And, you know, pack a Camel Lights." And they had like this little box outside and everything that had cigarettes in it. I go, are you at a, what's it called? Not self-serve, but like a full-serve gas station? He was like, "Yeah." And I go, "Oh my God, this is so lazy. Do you seriously go through here?" And he was like, "Yeah, why?" He was like, that's what they do. They come out, they fill your gas, they'll check your oil and everything." I go, "Oh my God, this is crazy. I didn't even know these places existed anymore." He was like, "Oh yeah." I think it was called like a Swifty or something. I don't know if it's still there or not, but it totally cracked me up. And then like, after we dated for a while, I would always say, like, it makes me feel bad, like, when you can pump your own gas, because they would have, like, a full-serve lane and a self-serve lane, right? And he would just go right into the full-serve lane and just sit there. And I said, it kind of makes me feel bad, like, for the guy to come out. And he's like, it's, like, that's what they do, you know? And I go, I know, but I feel bad. And then after we've been dating for a while, he would start going to the self-service line, and he would go, like, "I feel bad now because you made me feel bad about going." I'm like, well, don't blame it on me. You would go through there. You can go through there. I just feel bad that guy has to come out here, you know, and pump your gas for you when you are perfectly, you know, healthy to go do that. There's no reason why you can't walk your ass over there and pump your own gas. Isn't that crazy to think, though? Like, when we talk about, like, not having cell phones and stuff, like, I mean, I remember growing up, and, like, there was a huge difference between full-serve and self-serve. Do you remember that? Like, that's a big deal. Like, that was a big deal. God, I'm so old, like, when I think about that, you know? I have to tell you guys, I have, this week alone, received some of the most amazing messages ever, and comments, emails, several emails from people, and it's always specifically about this channel or Peterisms. It's not about any of my other channels. They might say, like, "I love your review channel," or "I watch your," typically what people say is, "I love your Peterisms channel, I love your vlog channel, but I don't watch your drama channel." Like, that's typically what people say. And so I have just gotten the most amazing emails from people, and several of them told me that I could share their stories, and I may. I'm not going to on there tonight, but, like, you know, it's weird to think that by, like, me just talking about my mom, like, I got this really nice, 2 emails actually from this young man, and young man, I think he's like 30. That's young, like my husband's age. But anyway, talking to me about his mom being an alcoholic. He was actually one that specifically said that I could talk about his email, but about his mom, and that how his mom really struggled, and how he really struggled as a result of that, and our stories were very similar. And you know, like, I never think, honestly, like, when I'm sitting here and I'm telling, like, the stories of, like, me and my mom or something, right? That there are people out there going, "Oh my God, I relate to this." Like, to me, it's just my life. You know what I mean? So it's crazy to me when I hear that. And, like, as a result, like, he was just telling me, like, how his life had changed. And I got, like, 2 cards today in the mail, and both of them were just, like, like, you have no idea, like, what you have done for me kind of cards. And I don't know, like, it really, really moves me. To just keep on telling my stories. I love doing it anyway. But to think that, like, there's a person out there, you know, that, I don't know, because, like, for me, like, it's so much fun when people are like, oh my God, this, or, you know, like, oh, I used to watch that movie, or, oh my God, that's my favorite ice cream too, right? But then when somebody says to me, I used to put my mom to sleep too, or I was afraid she was going to burn the house down with cigarettes just like you. Like, that's a pretty profound message to get, you know? Or how do you keep your chin up in the head of, you know, like, adversity? Like, you inspire me to do that. Like, I don't know. And, you know, like, reading some of these emails today, like, I was reading them and I was inspired, you know? Like, I was inspired by their stories that they were sharing with me. And I was like, isn't this, like, such a cool cycle of that happened, you know? That, because I share some silly story to me that, like, I've been telling for my entire life, then somebody else is like, oh my God, I relate, right? And then they email me back, or they tell me back, and then they are like, oh, and this is how you've affected me. And then I'm like, holy shit, like, then they're inspiring me, you know? And it's like, continue to pass your story on. I haven't said this in here for a while, but I really believe it. You know, we all have a story. It does not matter what your story is. You don't have to have some huge, profound story. Oh, you know, like, I moved here and this, you know, whatever, and started from complete scratch and whatever, or I've gone through this, or I've gone through that. Maybe your story isn't that deep, you know? Maybe your story is, you know, I had to get a second job to pay the bills, and I started waiting tables at this restaurant that I didn't want to work at, and the people that came in were shitty, and nobody really tipped. But then I met this lady, and she had worked there for 30 years. I mean, maybe your story is not that profound to you, but maybe it's profound to a bunch of other people out there. We all have a story, okay? Our lives are a story. I think it's important to remember that, you know, that what are you going to do with that? You can belittle me, and you can mock me, and you can make fun of me, and you can say whatever you want to say, but you won't silence me, you know? My story is as important as everybody else's. It's the story of the human experience, and I think, like, for any of us, no matter what your story is, you know? It's like, I remember, and I've shared this part on here, but it just was so, like, poignant to me, and it really, like, impacted me when I saw it. You know, I bought my mom that Oprah's, like, 25th or 35th, I don't know what it was, like, DVD collection, and in there she had all her aha moments. And there was one scene, and, like, in there for her aha moment, she goes in and she kind of, like, explains, like, what happened and then how she was impacted, and so it goes back and forth. They show, like, scenes from the show, and then, like, it's after the show has been on, she goes, like, and shows it. Well, there's one where she's in this women's prison. I think it's Joliet State Prison in Illinois, and Joliet Women's Prison, and she is talking with women that have killed their infant children. And she says, after they show the clips, right, she said, you know, after the filming was done, one of the women came up to me and she said, why don't you hate us? And Oprah said to her, she looked at her and she said, hate you? No, I don't hate you. See, because that's what you do with your pain, but I do something different with mine. And, like, that's universal. Pain is universal, right? We all suffer. We all hurt. We all want somebody else. I mean, it's just, pain is universal. That's the story, right? But it's, how do you express it? Let's hope that we don't express it that way. You know what I mean? But, like, I'll never forget hearing her say that, and I thought, man, we do all express pain in different ways, don't we? Like, we really, really do. gotta get gas, and then I need to get a bottle of water or something to drink. I need like some flavor or something. So over the no coffee. The coffee with no sweet and low or equal. And water. I need to get like, I wonder if I can have like a sparkling water or something. You think I could? You think I could and just not tell anybody maybe? I don't know. You're like, Peter, it's not that deep. Just get one if you want one. All right, you guys. I'm gonna get this, and then I'm gonna go and get some money at the bank machine, and then I'll be back on in just a little bit. All right, I'm on my way. So, I think I don't know what I was gonna talk about. I was listening to some country Christmas on the radio. Faith Hill and Burl Ives, and I can't remember who the other one was I listened to. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited about this trip. I got a bottle of water. It will, and I filled my gas tank. It will, gas has been so low in Indianapolis lately. It was like 316 or, no, 216 or something like that. Which I'm happy about that. I love taking trips with my husband. It's just like, you know, this unlimited time away to just, well, not unlimited, obviously, but you know what I mean? Like, I just love, especially like when doing a trip like this, it's a little bit more extended than what we usually do. It will be really nice. And we've never done this before, where we've gone somewhere and then gone somewhere else right after. So it'll be kind of like a new experience for us. It'll be fun. Excited about it. Ho, 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 who would know? Up on. Oh my God, it's such a clear night outside. It hasn't actually been as cold in Indianapolis lately as it was like a week ago. It's 35 degrees outside right now, and it doesn't seem too cold. When it gets in the 20s and it's windy, obviously because of like wind chill and stuff, but it's like icy outside, you know? One of the regrets I do have, like with my mom, is that I wish that I would have like taken her on more trips. I took her to little places. Like we went to Chicago for her 60th birthday, and my aunt and Caroline, my ex, and I went. And then, you know, I take her to the casino. I take her to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and stuff like that. But I wish I would have like taken her other places. I don't really have any desire to go on a cruise. Like we have friends of ours that love cruises. I have no desire to go on a cruise whatsoever, really. I don't know what it is. It's like, that's not a thing for me. Like, we have so many friends that are always like, you would love a cruise, you would love a cruise. My cousin's going on a cruise in January with her husband. And Caroline's always like, Peter, you would love cruises. And I'm like, I don't know that I would. And she's like, no, you would, because you get to get to all these different ports and stuff. But like, I'm kind of like a creature of comfort. Like, when I get somewhere, it takes me like a day to kind of like get used to it, and then I wake up the next day and I'm like there, and I'm like at the place, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, I know what I want to do, and by like the second or third day, like I'm loving it. And so I don't know necessarily that I would love going on a cruise, because it's kind of like, you know, each port that you stop at. But it's interesting, like whenever I talk to people about cruises, they don't really talk a whole lot about the ports. They'll talk about like the ship and, you know, the food on the ship. And I mean, Caroline is like, Peter, you would love the food. She's like, the food is fantastic, and it's 24 hours a day. You can go have a buffet, you can do this, you know what I mean? I would love that, you know what I mean? And so our friends, they went on some cruise, and they were like gambling on the cruise, and they won another cruise because from gambling, like they won it. I was like, that is crazy. But maybe someday we'll try a cruise. My aunt and uncle, they went on a cruise, like they took Caroline and Mike and David, and they loved it. They all had a great time on the cruise. And And my aunt was somebody that she said she didn't think she'd like it. She ended up loving it. She thought it was fantastic. And I do think it probably has a lot to do with like what cruises you do and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Have you guys gone on a cruise? Do you like cruises? If you do and you have, like, will you recommend like a cruise to me in the comment section below that you really liked? Melissa and Jason have never been to Miami before. And so it's going to be really fun to kind of like show them around South Beach and like different areas, take them to Mango's one night. And I mean, of course, we're going to Ultra. Ultra's at a different place this year. It lost its contract in the Bay Area. So it's now in like this like key, I know it's supposed to be like, going to be like traffic central getting out there. I don't know how they're going to get everybody in and out. It's going to be a madhouse, but not my problem to worry about. We'll Uber it. Jason has a friend that lives down there. I think he's like in one of the keys, and he was like asking him like if he like was going to be in Miami that week, because then he could just like maybe like shuttle us in a boat. I go, Jason, that's like a lot to ask of somebody. He's like, I know, but I just thought I would ask him, you know. That would be kind of cool to show up to the music festival on a boat, you know. That'd be kind of fun. It's sad that they lost the contract where it was, because it was in such a cool area before, but I guess it's because of the noise or the lateness of how late it's. But the thing is that now where it's at, so before it closed, it couldn't go any later than I think like Sunday night was 11 and Friday and Saturday was 12. But now, because it is like in this isolated area, it goes till 1 or 2 all 3 nights. So that'll be fun, because there'll be more, you know, acts that play and stuff like that. I'm just excited about traveling with my husband. I love it. It'll be so nice, just like, you know, get away and relax for a little bit with him. And now last year, if you remember, when I took trips, I tried to pre-film videos for the days that I was gone. So now that I have, well, the vlog, I don't, you know, have to pre-film, but so that was 3 channels that I was trying to pre-film for. Now I have 4 channels that I'll be pre-filming for. Oh my Lord. I'll just film them as like, the problem is like, it's not about like filming them, like, you know, obviously that doesn't take me that long to do. It's about like, I don't want to just sit in the hotel room and upload them the whole day, you know what I mean? Like, I want to go do stuff. So it's easier if I have them pre-filmed, and then I don't know, that has been one of the nice things about like allowing myself to take a day or 2 off, you know, like today not posting any videos, because what I've learned is that I can not post videos for a day and I'm okay with that, you know. So then I don't feel the pressure and I can enjoy the vacation and stuff. And I know you guys don't really care either, but I don't want to like go an entire like week plus not posting any videos. So that's 3 months away, so God knows what my life will look like then either, too, you know. Things change in 3 months. The little hair thing seemed to stop. I shouldn't even pay any attention to it. Do you ever notice that? Like, when you stop paying attention to something, it goes away, and then when you start paying attention to it, it comes back, and you're like, ah, why did I bring more attention to it? We have exciting things coming up. We have Christmas to look forward to. We have New Year's to look forward to. And then getting ready to go on our trip. That will be fun to like get ready for, plan. I'm so excited. So I did really well on my diet today. I stuck to just eating 1 meal a day like I'm supposed to do with the intermittent fasting. And I didn't go to the grocery store, and so it was out of a lot of stuff. So I ended up having granola bars, but like one of them was this like low carb deal that I bought. It was not very good, but it was whatever. And then I had 2 sausage patties, 4 sausage links. I mean, these are all like fake meat. They're not real meat, you know. And then I had, oh, I know what I had. I wish I could remember the brand of it, because the brand is really good if you're looking for like vegan or vegetarian, like they're plant-based meat. It's Light Life or something like that. But anyway, they have meatballs, and you just put them in the microwave for like a minute. They were fantastic. I could not believe it. They were so good. I was like, they had been sitting in my fridge, because you weren't supposed to keep them frozen. You're supposed to keep them in your fridge. And I was like really apprehensive about them. I was like, I don't think that I'm gonna like these. And I cooked up there were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think, 9 or 10 in the thing. And they were big. They were like that big. And I only had like 3 of them. And I put the rest of them in the fridge to like warm up at another time. But they were really, really good. And I dipped a little bit of them into mustard, not too much, just a little bit. I tasted them by themselves too, and they were really good. But it's nice when I find something that I like that tastes good too, because those other ones that I found, Heart something, they are horrible. Like, they are absolutely horrible. I need to go to the grocery store tomorrow. I need to get more cheese. I need to get more of the sausage mornings. I need to get more Morningstar stuff. But I'm at a point now where, like, when I eat it, like, I get full enough that I don't need to eat more. But, like, I'm not hungry right now at all. You know what I mean? And maybe that's the high protein diet. I don't know. But I constantly doing construction in Indianapolis. But I feel like a healthy full, if that makes sense. It's been a while too since I ate. Like, I mean, I ate at like, what time did I eat? 7 or 7:30, I think. Because I'm trying to eat between like 5 and 8, somewhere in there. Because he told me, like, if you're going to do the intermittent fasting thing, you've got to eat basically at the same time every day. Like within the same 2 or 3 hours. Oh my God, he's like trying to put on weight, and we were talking about it, and I was like, well, so what do you eat? He was like, well, I'm doing intermittent fasting too, but I eat twice a day. I don't just eat once a day like you, because I'm trying to gain weight, not lose weight. And I said, okay, well, but if you're doing the fasting, he goes, well, it's what I eat. And I go, well, what do you eat? And he goes, I eat 2 pounds of chicken, but that's before it's cooked, he said. He eats at 8 and at 10 o'clock at night. Those are the only 2 times he eats, 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. And he eats 2 pounds of chicken, some huge quantity of white rice, and then it's like 2, 2, and 2. So it's like 2 pounds of chicken, 2 pounds of white rice, but that sounds like a lot to me. I don't know, maybe not. 2 somethings of chicken, I don't know. And then the same of broccoli. And then I said, you don't put any sauce on that or anything? He goes, well, I might put a little bit of teriyaki sauce on there that has like no salt in it, but very rarely. And he goes, and then at 10 o'clock I eat the same thing. And I go, oh my God, is that not like, how do you do that? He goes, it's hard. He goes, honestly, it's not hard because of the taste, because I'm used to it now. He said, it's hard for me because it's just a lot of food to eat. He said it's really, really hard to like get that much down, you know? And I said, oh my God, I can imagine, you know? It doesn't even sound delightful whatsoever. I mean, I want to be in shape, but I also kind of want to enjoy eating. It's like one of the things I do enjoy in life. I don't want my life to be miserable, you know what I mean? I have to have some things. That's really basically what the granola bars are for me. And so when we were talking about my Fitness Pal thing, when I was kind of like, oh, like I didn't put my food in there, and he was like, well, I want you to put everything in there. I don't care what it is, which I just realized I forgot to put my food in there for today. Great. I said, do you put your food in there? He goes, oh yeah. And I said, you do? And he goes, yeah, I started my Fitness Pal 4 years ago, and he said, I put my food in there every day since. I said, every day? He goes, oh yeah. He goes, I think it's a really, really valuable tool, and he said, and I use it every day. I was like, okay. he's got a really empowering story about how, like, he was really heavy and he lost a lot of weight, and like, he was saying to me, like for him, like, it's not about, like, physique or how he looks at all. It's all about, like, being healthy and being in good, like, I don't know. His attitude about it is really positive. He's really a nice guy. But these little exercises he has me doing, man, that squat stuff killed me. I mean, absolutely killed me. And Alex was like feeling my leg the other day. He's like, I can already tell your legs are getting muscular. I said, my legs hurt like shit. They hurt so bad right now. Today was better. Like, and I know tomorrow I'll be able to work out, but I really don't think that I could have gone and done cardio tonight. I just really don't think that I could have. My legs still really hurt, and it's my thighs. It's not anything else. And, I guess I just need to keep on doing the squats until I'm, like, comfortable doing it. I didn't realize how out of shape I was, you know? I'm trying so hard, though. I wasn't really as disappointed as I thought I would be in gaining weight this week. I don't know, because now, like, I look at it so differently, like, I mean, I look at the training thing and the diet and everything as being like a minimum of a year that I'm going to make this huge commitment to it, because, you know, I just signed up for a year, and that was in November, so it's like, well, I'm not getting out of this thing anytime soon. I'm committed to at least doing it for a year, which anything that I do for a year, I'm sure I'll continue after that, like, you know, on some level. So it's like, even though I gained I gained 3 pounds this week, it's like, okay, I got back on track, and I'm eating healthy again, and I'm doing what I need to be doing, and I'll get to where I want to get, you know, slowly but surely. And what's the saying? Slow and steady wins the race, or something like that. But, you know, like, and it's not about winning for me. It's not about getting there the quickest or whatever, you know. It's about doing it to where, I mean, honestly, where I would like to get to is where I don't even think about, like, what I'm eating. I'm just eating that because it's, you know, like, how I eat now, number one. Number two, just going to the gym like I used to go to the gym, or running just because I, like, just would wake up and be like, okay, I'm going running, let's go running. You know, it was what I did, and just getting used to that, if that makes sense, you know, where it's just part of what I do, instead of having to, like, work, like, okay, I'm doing this now, it just being part of who I was and part of what I was doing. Does that make sense? Like, you know what I mean? Like people that go to the gym 5 and 6 times a week, it's not like they wake up, I don't think most of them, because I didn't, and think, like, I'm working really hard on my fitness or whatever. I mean, that's what they do, because they've been doing it for so long. And I want to get back there where my eating and my working out is just part of who I am. It's part of my life, you know. It was weird walking around the house today. Oh, I forgot to put that t-shirt in my vlog last night. Damn it. She messaged me on Instagram because I'd sent her a message. I'll go in there right now and I'll put that when I stop. But anyway, what was I gonna say? I totally forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know, I just want to get back to that again, where, you know, like, oh, I know what I was gonna say. When I was walking around the house today, I felt thinner. It was weird, like, it was the first time I've actually felt like that since I've been doing this. And, you know, like, for me, even though I announced it on here at 234 pounds or whatever, 234.6, like, I really was struggling starting my diet at 246. So for me, it's really like I've lost 20 pounds. And the fact that I'm just now starting to notice it at all, like I noticed it not because of how I was looking at myself in the mirror. It had nothing to do with me looking at myself in a mirror or anything like that. It had to do with like how my clothes were fitting and just kind of how I felt. It was weird. And it was nice, you know, that I was like, oh my God. I used to miss a lot of foods. That is one thing that has changed. Like I missed a lot of foods when I started this. You remember I would talk about that a lot? But even if I don't know, even if I didn't talk about it on here, like candy was really hard for me at first. And I don't have such a hard time with candy anymore, you know? Yeah, on my cheat days, I've had some candy, but it's not like I crave like a candy bar every day. I really was eating a lot of candy. I didn't even think about it, you know? But like, I mean, most days I would have like a candy bar at the gas station. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? Like, it's like, I don't know why that's embarrassing for me to say, but it's like, I would have a candy bar at the gas station, you know? Like, I mean, not like standing there in the gas station, but I would get like an outrageous bar, like, you know, from Reese's or something, and I would eat it. Like, I loved candy bars and fountain pops and all of that, you know? Chips. I mean, everything that was unhealthy for me, I ate. And I think when you have a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit here, a donut there, a bag of chips here, you don't really think about it throughout the day, but then it really does add up, you know, into this extremely unhealthy lifestyle that you're engaging in, or that I was engaging in, and I just don't want to live that life anymore, you know. But I also want to be able to have an outrageous bar every once in a while. You know, I'm not ruling them out forever. But like, I don't walk into the gas station and think that, you know? And like, even when I'm doing my review videos, like as soon as I'm done, I typically throw this stuff out, or I ask Alex like if he wants it when he comes home or whatever. You know, like I don't sit there and think like, oh, I want to eat this whole thing. Like I don't think that way when I've done them. Like, you know, I just really don't. And you know, like with the cereal that I did the other day, as soon as I was done with the review, I got rid of the cereal that I had in the bowl, and then I packaged it up and I took it over to the kids. I gave it to Liliana for the kids, because I just don't need that stuff sitting around the house, you know. There's like a steel metal gray G-Wagon. I've never seen one that color. It's really pretty. I used to love G-Wagons. I have to say, like, I'm not a huge fan of them as much anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong. If somebody just gifted me one, I would drive one, but... Right. Okay, well I'm here, so I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna add that link on there, and then I'm gonna go in and see Valerie, and I will be back after I finish. I don't even know how long, 20 something minutes, of like 42, 43 minutes I've been vlogging for. So when I come back, I will finish the vlog, and I love you guys, and I'll see you back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. I'm a loser. I didn't win anything. Well, that's not true. Valerie and I actually did. We did really well for a while, and then we walked out. Losers. Which wasn't helped much by this couple that came and sat by us that always play when we're there, right by us. And they're really nice, so, but they started hitting bonuses and everything like crazy, and then like right before we left, this guy dropped the major, which was like $600 and some. I was like, oh my God. And Valerie had been playing that machine. So anyway, but I'm almost home. I'm not too far from home, so I'm not going to talk a whole lot longer. And this will be a short vlog tonight, which then it'll allow people to catch up, I guess. I'll vlog until I get home and then go to bed and take Boo Radley to the groomer in the morning. I'm sure he's gonna be so excited. I think he'll be kind of nervous because, like, he's never ridden in the car, just he and I. Like, it's always Tucker and Pee-Pee that come with us. So, he's probably going to wonder why it's just him alone tomorrow. And then I wonder, like, if Tucker... Do you guys wonder this stuff about your dogs? And then he'll... Like, I wonder if Tucker will wonder where Boo Radley is, or if, you know... It makes me kind of sad. It makes me, you know, like, think about, like, when one of them is gone. Out of the 3, like, how the other 2 will react. I got really upset this summer one night. I was talking to Alex about it, and I said, you know what makes me really sad is, whatever, like, out of the 3 of them, you know, like, which dog is the last that's left. And, Alex doesn't really want to get a lot more dogs. Like, he only wants, like, in the future, he doesn't want to have 3 dogs. He only really wants to have 1 dog. And I said, well, I told him, I said, like, my deal breaker when we talk about relationships, I will always have a dog. And, I said to him, I said, and I believe that having 2 dogs at least is, they have a friend to play with, you know? Like, they have, like, a brother or sister, you know? And I'm so thankful that our dogs get along so well. Like, I mean, Boo and Tucker, well, obviously, well, I don't know, maybe biological siblings that our dogs don't get along, or cats, you know? But Boo and Tucker get along so well. And, you know, and then and all of them get along with Pee-Pee, you know? And they're just, the 3 of them are just so hilarious, and they just follow each other all around, and they play together, and they sleep together in the bed, you know, and I don't know. I love our little world that we've created. I feel like I'm getting a cold. I've been, like, sniffling tonight. Valerie and I got laughing so hard in there. Oh my God. Do you ever just laugh over the stupidest stuff? So we're sitting there, and so, like, when it would get real close, but, like, she wouldn't get the bonus, she'd go, you bitch. She'd go to the machine, and I just got laughing so hard. And then they were playing Christmas music, thank God. I love when they play Christmas music in the casino. Don't even ask me why, I have no idea. But anyway, so they were playing Christmas music in the casino, and they were playing, I don't know what song it was, but by the Beach Boys. And I said, hey, Valerie, because she was, like, 2 machines down from me. I go, do you like the Beach Boys? I said, hey, Valerie. She goes, uh-huh. And I go, do you like the Beach Boys? And she kind of, like, paused, and she's like, I mean, they're all right. It's not like I listen to them all the time. And then she goes, do you like the Beach Boys? And I just lost it. I don't know why. I just started laughing so hard. And then, like, I started laughing, then she started laughing, and she has, like, the awesomeness. She has, like, the best laugh. She's like, ha! So we got laughing so hard over this. And so then, like, the joke the rest of the night was the Beach Boys. And so at the very end, we were sitting there, and I said, hey, Valerie. And she's like, yes. And I go, we'll always have the Beach Boys. Oh, my gosh. We have, like, the most random conversations in there. Like, I said to her, well, of course we always, like, catch up, you know, but I said to her, we were sitting there, it's always about music, and like a Kelly Clarkson Christmas song came on, and I said, I go, I like Kelly Clarkson. No, it wasn't a Christmas song. It was that song with her and Jason Aldean. And so if you don't know, I love country music. Like, I'm sure it's hard for people to imagine that, but some of you are like, no, not at all, with your Bob Evans and Indiana. But I do, I love country music. And so I said, do you like Kelly Clarkson? She goes, I do like Kelly Clarkson. She goes, she took some time off, didn't she, after she had a baby? She goes, and I said, yeah, I think so. And she goes, yeah, she probably needed to. She's probably pretty busy, don't you think? We're sitting there having a conversation about Kelly Clarkson's, like, personal life. And then a Melissa Etheridge song came on. It's kind of a Christmas song. At the very end of it, it goes into, like, this Christmas song. I can't remember which one, but it's called Glorious. I tagged it on my Shazam. And I did ask. I asked Valerie, I said, now, do you use Shazam songs? And she's like, uh-huh. So anyway, God, trying to explain to my mother what Shazam would be, like, that would be so hilarious if my mom was still around. She wouldn't even understand an app. She'd be like, now, how do I get the apps on my phone? You just download them. I do what? Like, is there something that I have to plug into my phone for an app? My mom would not get the whole app thing. So anyway, I said, I love Melissa Etheridge. And she's like, she hasn't done anything lately, has she? And I said, I don't think so. I said, she was married to that one girl, that I can't think of her name, Tammy something, Tammy Joe, whatever. She was in that TV show, which I talk about on here all the time, Popular. I called it Perfect, and somebody was like, it's called Popular. And I was like, yes, that's it. I love it. I actually have the whole box set of that. That was a really great show, and I can't believe that they got rid of it. But anyway, so the girl that played the most popular girl in that show, and that was Melissa Etheridge's wife. And they had kids together. And so Valerie goes, they had kids together. She has kids, doesn't she? And I said, yeah. And she goes, with Nash, right? From Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. And I go, no, I think David Crosby is the dad. And she goes, oh, that's right. And I go, can you even imagine growing up in a musical home like that? And she goes, I can't even imagine. And we just started laughing so hard. Oh my Lord. And then this woman that was playing down from us, I think she kind of gets on Valerie's nerves. She's real friendly. And, but like literally, like her husband, like, he just sits there. They're both very nice, but he just sits there. And she literally the whole time is like, ah, and he's like, And so we're sitting there tonight, and, when I was walking back from the bathroom, I had seen her at the Keno machines. And so I said, oh, I saw you over at the Keno machines. She's like, yeah. She's like, let me make up a name for her husband. She's like, Joe and I, we always play the Keno. She's like, he went up front and he loves the Keno. And I said, he does. And she was like, yeah. And I go, well, I'm going to call you the Keno Queen from now on. And she goes, oh my God, it's so funny. And then when her husband came, Joe, that's not really his name, but she goes, now what's y'all's name? She goes, we always play next to each other. I feel like we should know each other. Valerie was like not about to give up her name. I go, I'm Peter. And Valerie goes, Valerie. Valerie doesn't really love to talk to people at the casino. See, I do. I love to know their life story. I'm like, oh, really? You did? Oh my God, what year did you graduate from high school? Where'd you go? I love it. I'd love to do all that with people, right? Valerie's just sitting there and she's like, the woman's like, now what's your name? She goes, now I'm like, let me think of a fake name for her. She's like, I'm Sheila Joe, and this is Joe, my husband Joe. Not to be confused with Sheila Joe. She didn't say all that. But anyway, no, she was like, I'm Sheila, and this is Joe. And I go, I'm Peter. And and Valerie goes, Valerie. It was so funny. Oh, what a time it was at the casino. Valerie. I hope she watches this vlog. She'll get a kick out of that. I was moving it. Anyway, what a time it was at the casino. That song that I was like, that tune I was singing to is a, convenience stores of Speedway. I knew I had that tune in my head from something. Do you guys like listen to commercials and you like know like the songs to them? There's like some phone number, they like sing this phone number. It may be local, I don't know what it is, but I always like walk around and that, of course I can't think of it right now, but it's not 8675309. It's not that one. That's the song, Jenny. But there's this commercial that they play all the time, and it's some song, and I get it stuck in my head like all the time, and I'll just be walking around singing that song. Of course, I can't think of what it is right now. Anyway. Oh my God, Einstein Bagels. I was gonna say it can't be open this time. It's way, I know nobody's going in there at this time. You know what I haven't had in a long time is Taco Bell. It's been like, I mean not like 6 months, but it's been like a month since I've had Taco Bell. Maybe, I don't remember the last time I had it. That's good. We all need cheerleaders. I was rooting this guy. I was rooting this chick on tonight that was playing down for me. I was like, all right, you got a bonus. I was so pissed. I was losing money left and right, and I wasn't getting any bonuses. And she goes, we all need cheerleaders. I go, you're right, we do. I always do the thumbs up to people. I don't know why. Because I'm old and it's corny. I'm going to sleep so good tonight. And then I'm going to take little Boo Radley in, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to sleep some more. It's going to be even better sleep. And then I'm going to get up tomorrow and be real productive. That's my plan. The convenience stores of Speedway. Now that hair is bothering me again. You know, it didn't bother me the entire time I was in there. Isn't that so crazy? We used to have a Cinnabon over here. And it's probably a good thing that we don't have a Cinnabon over there anymore. I don't know how I remember that because it's been gone literally. I bet it's been 20 years that there's been no Cinnabon over there. Do Cinnabons only exist in the airport? Is that the only place that you can get a Cinnabon? They are so good. Oh my God. Some trip that Alex and I took, we were at the airport, and I was gonna, like, he's like, oh, I want to get some kind of breakfast, and I was like, okay. And I was gonna get like a smoothie, like a fruit smoothie, and Alex goes right over to that Auntie Anne's pretzels thing, and I go, you're gonna get a pretzel for breakfast? I mean, my husband does not eat breakfast food anyway, he doesn't like it, and he goes, yeah, I'm gonna get pretzel bites, and they were like the pretzel bites that have like garlic and stuff on them, and then you dip them in cheese. He ate about 5 of them, and he goes, they are way too garlicky and salty. I ate the whole thing. I was like, oh my God, these are fantastic. These might be in the top 5 best foods I've ever had in my entire life. Those Auntie Anne's pretzel bites, or whatever they're called. Have you ever had them? Oh my God, they're so good. It's all like mall food though, like Orange Julius and pretzel bites from Auntie Anne's, or the big pretzels. I do love the big pretzels. Or like nachos, you know. Orange Julius, did I say that already? Oh my God. I used to love the Orange Julius. Do those exist anymore? But the mall up here, the Castleton Mall, they used to have a double-decker Chick-fil-A, and my friends in high school, we would go there, and we would shop. I guess they were checking out boys. I probably was too, but just not telling anybody. And then we would go eat at the Chick-fil-A, and I always got the chicken nuggets. They were so good. Convenience stores of Speedway. It doesn't look like we're gonna get any snow for Christmas. I'm very sad about it. But I'll cope. But I'm gonna be really mad if it snows like right after Christmas. Right after Christmas, I'm doing my inventory of my sponsor, so it can snow all day that day, that's fine. I'm just gonna stay inside and be warm and go over all my stuff with her. It is so pretty outside, all the Christmas lights and everything. I haven't read one Christmas book yet this year. I still haven't finished Harry Potter. That was my goal last night or tonight, and I still didn't do it. And I have like an hour left of it. That's like all I have. I think an hour or less than an hour. I still haven't finished it. Do you know what I do wish we had in Indianapolis though? Is I wish we had a Jamba Juice here. I'm kind of surprised nobody's ever bought a franchise of it in Indianapolis. I think it would make a fortune. Do you ever wonder that, like when you go somewhere and it's like, well, why don't they have I mean, all you have to do is buy the franchise, which is extremely expensive. Yes, I understand that. But like if you bought the franchise for Jamba Juice in Indianapolis, you could put them on college campuses. They would make a fortune. So if you bought the franchise in Indianapolis, if you had the money, you could put one on the north side, one downtown, okay? And then you could have one on like IU, Purdue, Ball State's campus. That's 3. You have 5 in Indiana. little bit so I could vlog a little bit longer. But I'm gonna head home, I think. Vlog a little longer. Oh, man. I have all these review ideas that I bought for Christmas, and they're just sitting there, and I haven't done them yet. And now it's like, I probably have enough stuff that I could do, like a Christmas review every day till Christmas and not buy one thing. I've got to get them up. I've got to start doing them as of tomorrow. And the thing is, it just gets late in the day. So my reviews will probably be, well, I don't think I have a ton of them. I've got like 1, 2, I've got like 3 or 4 food things. That's not a lot then, I guess. But then I have some gift things that I want to do. So I'll get on that. It hasn't really gotten any colder tonight. I'm kind of surprised. Well, listen, you guys, I think I'm going to get off here and cut it a little short tonight. Let everybody catch up. And then I will be back tomorrow. It's almost the weekend. Doesn't it feel like I just was saying that on a vlog? I feel like it was just last week when I was like, it's almost the weekend. And now here it is, a week later, it's almost the weekend. God, time flies when you're vlogging fun. I am king of the corny jokes tonight. All right, you guys, I love you, and I hope you're having a great week so far. Get ready for the weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.